Today, we're going to be taking a look at my top 25 figures of 2025, well, that I got in 2025. All of these figures came out in different years and everything, so don't go off that these are, 2025 figures. They're not. They're all over the place. I picked 25 because, it seems like a relatively good number. It's a quarter, No honorable mentions for this video just due to the fact that there's 25. I had a hard time picking 25 as it was. So, it wasn't super hard, but, it wasn't like, oh, this is super easy to pick between a bunch of figures. This is all over the place. There's so many different lines here. We got Transformers, SH Figuarts, obviously. Those are the two main ones I usually do. We branched out to Black Series this year, Gundam model kits, Marvel Legends. It's all over the place. There's a lot of stuff to look at here. And we're going to first start it out with number 25, of course, which is... Number 25 is the Real Grade Gundam Astray, which, yeah, I really like this kit. I know it's a very early Real Grade, and mine might yet succumb to early Real Grade syndrome, but you know what? That's fine. I like this kit a lot. Now, obviously, I haven't reviewed it. I haven't reviewed a lot of the Gundams. I've only reviewed a handful, but... yeah, I mean, this kit, I just love it. I love the look of it. It's very sharp. It's very nice looking. I love the color scheme. Something I realized really quickly with Gundams is I really like the color scheme not being the generic white, blue, yellow, red. I know this is white and red, but it eradicates the other two colors pretty much, so that's why I think I like it a little more. It's just a very cool looking suit, genuinely. I love the fact that it just has a katana. It's not an energy-based weapon. It's just a straight-up giant katana. That is awesome. That is really awesome. And quite honestly, I just really like this kit, and I couldn't really recommend it enough. It was a fun time. It was a fun build. I liked it. The only thing that I really messed up is I broke off part of the faceplate up there, or like the top part of the head. I snipped it a little too far off on accident, and it had a giant dent in it. I put it back on. It looks fine now, so it's all good. That is number 25. On to number 24. 4 is the Blockies Evangelion. Now, I specifically chose Unit 1. I display Unit 1 and 2 together. I don't have Unit 0 yet, but I will at some point. These are really good. Now, the thing with the Blockies is they really exploded onto the scene as of late, haven't they? They're really simple model kits. They're really nice. They're really easy to build. They have a lot of big licenses and IPs. The main thing I knew of Blockies from prior to this was Transformers. They have a lot of Transformers model kits, which obviously don't transform, but still, there was a lot of good stuff, and this just is awesome. It's a very, very nice model kit. There's some issues, like the panels on the legs pop off on occasion, I find. They even put the entry plugs there. They gave them the umbilical plug thing. I forgot the name of it for some reason. But, yeah, and these are, well, I know Unit 2 is based off the Rebuild movies. I'm going to guess Unit 1 is as well. I know Unit 0 is because it's orange. Unit 0 was orange in the show at one point, but then turned blue, but then in the movie it stayed orange. I don't know. It was a whole thing. I watched Evangelion again this year, all of it, and yeah, really good. I loved it. It was a very good time. Or was it? It never is. But yeah, I mean, both of these are good. I've always liked Unit 1 the most, I think, out of all of the Eva designs, so I'm picking that, but Unit 2 is very much the same figure in a lot of ways. There's very little difference. It's mostly the head and torso that are different. Again, no reviews up on these guys, but these things are amazing. We'll talk about them possibly at some point. Anyway, on to number 23. And for number 23, we have the Marvel Legends Phoenix figure. Yeah, I just really liked this thing. I was shocked how much I liked it, honestly. I've started building my X-Men collection. Yes, I knew that Storm and Wolverine would be an issue. I really did. But I really do like this Phoenix. The problem with the Jean Grey to me is there's two designs that I like, and one is Phoenix, the other one is the animated series design. I looked into that one from the 97 line. It's like $80 for some reason. So I opted for the $60 one, which is this one, because it has the cool Phoenix effect part, which is pretty much half the reason it's here. It's just such a good display piece. It really is. It's like having its own figure stand, and it just looks good. The figure pose as well. It has two different head sculpts. I'd much prefer the flowing hair head sculpt. Yes, I know the Phoenix is probably wrong because sometimes it appears with the head turned. I like having it forward. But yeah, it's just a very good figure and just a great display piece in general. Again, it's kind of like a statue for me, but I don't really care. It looks really, really good to me. And yeah, that's pretty much that. On to the next one, number 22. Number 22 is Phase 2 Captain Rex from Star Wars Black Series. Again, we're seeing the diversity here right off the bat with this stuff. None of these lines have been the same so far. There's been not a repeat line. Yes, 4 spots in, we had a Gundam, a Marvel Legends, a Blockies, and now we're on a Black Series with this P2 Rex. This gun is not included. I just give it to him. This thing was amazing. This kind of was the crack cocaine point of Black Series. I like Black Series a lot, but I've realized I think Marvel Legends is better. Which is unfortunate, because, you know, I am a much bigger fan of Star Wars than I am Marvel, but this thing is just great. I'm not going to say probably, it is the best version of the 1.0 Clone Trooper. So good, in fact, that they did the re-release in that, like, Republic Heroes 2-pack with the new Anakin, and they didn't do the phase, like, the 3.0 version. They just re-released this one. This one's perfectly fine. Like, it really is. The only issue with it is it's a little short compared to the new clones, but this one is perfectly well and good, in my opinion. It does everything well. It has the soft goods waist cape, or comma, whatever you want to call it. And honestly, I do like the proportions on these ones. I do like the large shoulder pads and everything like that. It's just a nice looking figure, and there's not really much to complain about. I mean, if you look up, I guess you get his helmet kind of comes up off of his head, but that's about it. Also, he's one of the few 1.0s that has a removable helmet as well, which is kind of weird. Not a lot of them do, which kind of strange, honestly. But that is it for him on number 21. And for number 21, we have SH Figuarts Orochimaru. Yes, a figure that I said at the year-end list last year would probably make this one. I got it too late last year. It was really close. I think it was like 2 days before the end of the year, so it didn't quite make the cut. Him and Itachi did not make the list. But Orochimaru sure did. Orochimaru is a phenomenal figure. I still think that. It came with every accessory it needed. It just looks, it's a great figure. Again, it's just an amazing one. I'm glad they finished out the Sanin this year. They've made Orochimaru, they made a Tsunade, and then they made a new Jiraiya, which looks really good, except for the fact that it's P Bandai, and it's a little harder to get, and I don't know if I really want to replace my other one at this point, because they're, you know, I know it's a completely new sculpt, but, you know. But Orochimaru is just a phenomenal looking figure, all in all. There's not really any issue with it, and yes, I'm using pictures for it. I didn't want to get him out of the display because he's with the other two, and it'd be a little hard to move, so I just left it. I left it alone, but yeah, I mean, an amazing figure nonetheless, and definitely deserves its spot. Number 20 is also going to be a similar case of pictures, which I only have 2 of. Omega Prime, HasLab. This thing was really good. The only issue I have is I don't have anywhere to put it anymore. I had it on my shelf, but I introduced a rule, because I had to enforce it on myself, is 1 Optimus Prime on the shelf. Only 1. I looked at that shelf and I realized I have so many Optimus Primes on that shelf. I had Animated, Armada, Omega Prime. It was just getting out of hand, so I just put them away. he's in his box. It's just in the box chilling out now, honestly. Someday, I mean, I love the figure. It is a great figure. I really enjoy it. It's such a big chunky thing, and it feels like you don't get a lot of that anymore. But man, it's just so unwieldy, and I don't know where to put it. And yeah, that's kind of its whole issue. Someday I'll have somewhere to put it. Either that or I'll sell it. It's one or the other. I don't know if I'll sell it, honestly. It's a really good figure. I'd hate to have to sell it, genuinely. But if I don't have the space for it, maybe someday. I know he does get a little bit of price now, so maybe, but probably not. It's genuinely a great figure. If you didn't get it, it is one that's really good, especially the Optimus. The Ultra Magnus, not so much, but the Optimus side of things with that figure is great. And that concludes the first 5 or 6. That's 6, right? Yeah, that's 6. I can't count. I can't do math. Again, like I said, no duplicate lines thus far, which is kind of insane. On to number 19. So, up next, we have the real grade RX1, or not 178, RX78-2 version 2 model kit. And yeah, this thing was great. I don't know what it was, but when I was building this thing, I was like, this is crazy good. And I love the RX-178, which was one of the first Gundams I did review. And yeah, I still love that thing, but I just think this one's better. It's a newer version. It's a way better build, in my opinion. It's a lot more involved. It doesn't have the pre-built skeleton or anything. As much as I do kind of like those pre-built skeletons, even though they are the leading cause of early real grade syndrome. These guys are still great, and this thing comes with everything it needs to. It even has the little jet in the middle. Again, haven't watched Gundam, so I don't actually know what it's called. I know I could read the instructions, but I don't know why I didn't. But yeah, this thing is just great, honestly. And this is the Gundam. This is the guy. This is the Gundam everybody thinks of. So automatically gets a big pass for that. It's just a great time. Honestly, could not recommend it enough. And yeah, that's number 19. And at number 18, we have the SH Figuarts Super Boo figure. Yeah, this one was great. Now, he's posed up. I grabbed him off the shelf. I know, I couldn't do it with Orochimaru, but I sure did it with him. Yeah, this thing's just great. This trump card Vegito is also good, except for the fact that they made another Vegito demonical fit. Not, like, literally, they announced it. I'm like, that one's 10 times better because it has the blue head sculpt. A little salty on that, but you know what? That's fine. This one is great. It's a good figure. Was it worth the price tag? It's to be decided. I mean, it is only at number 18, which is a little unfortunate. It's mostly just due to the accessories, if I'm being honest. The figure just doesn't come with a lot. It's kind of one of those weird cases of an earlier SH Figuart not coming with too much. Head sculpts are all great. The size of the figure is great. Everything is great about this figure. It's just his pricing. And I don't know if he's going to get a re-release. He might, because they've been re-releasing the hell out of everything lately, so he might get one yet, which, yeah, it wouldn't be the first time I got screwed by re-releases lately. But, yeah, he is a phenomenal figure, and if he does get a re-release, couldn't recommend him enough. Fat Boo is also really good, but I just like this one a little bit better. Now, for 16 and 17, or 17 and 16, we have Obi-Wan and Anakin from Star Wars Black Series, specifically their Revenge of the Sith variations. These things came out this year, and yeah, they're phenomenal. Now, the reason I'm putting them both here at the same time is, quite frankly, they also went at the same time there. They could go both ways. Genuinely, I don't know which one's better. Quite frankly, they're both really, really good figures. The only things, again, that I kind of have with Black Series, I kind of started to realize looking around at it, it's like they don't come with a lot of accessories. These guys are that case. They have these robes on. They don't come with them. I took them from Yord and and Master Soul. I took them from them because I don't display them. So I just took the robes, put them on them guys. A lot of repack people also had that idea and put them in the box and took the figures and the robes, which is funny. But yeah, these guys are just great looking figures, genuinely. For the price, I don't think you're getting much better. The figure art version of Anakin does not look good. It really doesn't. The only issue between these two is the fact that Obi-Wan's lightsaber is the wrong color out of the box, weirdly enough. The upper part of the hilt, the emitter area, was black instead of silver, which it's supposed to be silver. I don't know why it's black out of the box, so I just took a Sharpie to it and made it silver myself because, you know, why not? It's kind of how the thing's supposed to look, so, you know, you gotta make it look right. But, yeah, these guys are just really, really amazing figures in their own right. Again, kind of a toss-up between which one goes where because both do great things. But yeah, that is number 17 and 16 at the same time. Coming in at number 15, we have SH Figuarts First Form Frieza. This guy is a great figure, and he's getting a re-release, so he's going to be a little bit more obtainable. This guy's great. I actually got him for a pretty solid deal, honestly. Cheaper than retail, so it works out, honestly. I don't really care about the whole re-release. The guy was selling off his collection, and I bought like 6 things from the guy. So, yeah. Yeah, this thing is just great. Everything about it's good. I love that it has its own little stand. It's very nice. And it's just one of those things when Figuarts kind of cared a bit. They're slipping, man. They really are. For the prices you pay for the SH Figuarts, they should be coming with way more, in my opinion. Like, yes, they come in a good selection of hands and faces, but not like they used to. Like, I go back and look at those old super figures, like the Trunks, the future Trunks. That thing is insane with the accessories that thing comes with. There's a lot of older ones that just come with a lot more parts, and, I mean, this guy's still great. The pod itself is probably one of the biggest highlights, though. Yes, it removes his lag pose ability and everything, but it just looks so damn good. It has the completely painted interior. It's great. He has this little ball, which I had to put sticky tack on because it kept falling off. And he just looks so, so good. He really does. This thing is an amazing figure. Again, couldn't recommend it enough. Not really many issues, except he's short. That's it. But that's number 15. And so, for number 14, we have the Marvel Legends X-Men 97 2-pack Wolverine. Yes, he came in 2-pack with Storm. Storm didn't make the list. He sure did. That Wolverine is fantastic. Ironically, there's another 2-pack Wolverine this year that came out that people say is even better, which is the Gamerverse one from Marvel vs. Capcom. I kind of want to get that one too, but at the same time, I already got a Wolverine, so I don't really know if I want to get another one. But yeah, that thing is great. The only real complaint I have is that it's not, I'm more of a fan of the yellow-blue suit than the yellow and brown suit, but that's literally it. Otherwise, that thing's great. It's a perfect Wolverine. It's exactly what you could want from it. It had the unmasked head. It does everything you'd want it to do. There's not really any issues with it. It's just a phenomenal figure. The only thing I guess is maybe be a little more accessible, but that's it. Like, it is a perfect figure. No complaints with that Wolverine. Anyway, on to number 13, which is God Gundam. Yeah, this thing's phenomenal, honestly. Maybe my favorite. Maybe. I'm going to say it's a hard maybe on this, though. Because it's not the highest Gundam on the list. That's the irony of it. I love this Gundam. It is such a cool design. I like the whole, like, Kung Fu aspect of the Gundam as well, which is kind of funny. Like, he just, like, uses fists. That's really good. He has these wicked circle effects, which, of course, are just plastic, but it just looks so good on the figure. Like, there's not really much more to say. It just looks phenomenal. As much as it does have my least favorite generic Gundam color scheme, I do appreciate there being a lot more blue in it than usual. Typically, it's more white, and then there's a bit of blue in the chest, but it extends onto the arms and the crotch a little bit more, so it shows up as a bit more of a different color, so that's at least something with this guy. And man, is it just a good-looking Gundam. It really is just that good-looking. And it has a little spaceship as well. It's just in the back. It's awesome. Like, this thing is awesome. It has the integrated stand ports on it. There's 2 of them believe it or not. There's one there, and then there's one there. It's a phenomenal kit. Could not recommend this one enough. I'm sure any Gundam fans probably already have this, honestly. But that's him. On to number 12. And for number 12, we have the SH Figuarts Games Begin Goku, aka probably their final main Goku mold they're gonna make for adult Goku. It doesn't get much better than this. I don't see how they can improve it. It's perfect. It's a perfect figure, other than a couple minor QC things with the head. It is a perfect figure. It's so perfect, in fact, that as I mentioned in the review, they instantly said, okay, guys, here's base Goku, Blue Goku, God Goku, all on this body. Yeah, this thing's great. It's a great figure. Honestly, if you ever hesitate on getting it, I don't know why. Like, this is genuinely a very, very good figure. Probably should be higher up the list, honestly, but I feel like the face issue kind of holds it back a little, because it has this whole gappy face problem, which is a constant with everybody's copy of the figure. It's kind of there. I kind of negated it by widening the holes a little bit, but it's still, as you can see, is kind of still there. It's kind of its only big flaw, in my opinion. I know people kind of hate the knees. I love the knees because it doesn't look ugly like a lot of other SH Figuart knees. But yeah, like, just great, great figure. Couldn't recommend him enough. We gotta hold the camera for this one. Coming in at number 11, we have Transformers Commander Class Ultra Magnus, which, is this the first Transformer on the list? Actually, is it? No, it's not a Mega Prime list. Forgot about a Mega Prime. Yeah, this is a bit of a jump, isn't it? It's like almost 10 spots, but yeah, this thing, I love this thing. It's so, so nice. It's chunky, it's big, it has a bunch of gimmicks. It's exactly what I wanted of a Transformer, and especially in the Commander class. He's just a big, bulky bot. It's great. It feels like an old leader class. That's how I have to describe it. It's like an old leader class figure from like the early 2010s, late 2000s area of time. That's what it feels like. Again, it's $130, but still, it's just such a good figure. Like, it just really is. I love the transformation. I love the robot mode. I love everything about it. And I liked Kingdom Magnus. But this guy blows him out of the water. It's not even close. This thing is great. It's not without certain issues. I know people have issues with the whole widening of him. Like, he's very wide up top. The other thing that's kind of one of my biggest gripes is they didn't put anything here for the arms. It's mostly for transformation, if I'm not mistaken, but it kind of sucks that there's, like, no, like, you know, detailing to make it look like it's connecting. It just kind of floats. It just doesn't look very good. It's kind of unsightly. But other than that, yeah, this thing's great. That's why it's at number 11. And starting out the top 10, we have SH Figuarts King Piccolo. What? I ended up just really liking this figure just off of the sheer fact of how much I messed with it. And that's one of my things. If I mess with a figure a lot, I like the figure. That's how I know I like the figures. I like messing with it. And this guy, I couldn't get a pose with it. I couldn't do it. And then I figured out a pose. And, well, I got him an accessory, which is another figure. Yeah, I got him a Goku. It only made sense, right? This guy was number 1 last year. Keep that in mind. Not this very one. That's a different one. That's the Bandai Store exclusive version of the Goku, which I didn't like as much because the faces were off, but still a great figure and worth having because there's enough different about it that it's like, okay, you know, I'm good with it. It's a different color robe, different color. He has the different faces, different head. Like, he's good. But yeah, this King Piccolo, man, he's just great. I love the coloration. It's a Piccolo, of course. He's not the only Piccolo on the list. But yeah, he's just good. His accessories are great. I love the way they did the head. I like the little egg thing he comes with. It's just a pretty solid figure, honestly. It's just nice. And again, got him for a good deal from the same guy I got the first Form Frieza from. He was selling off his collection, and I capitalized on it and got a bunch of things I didn't have. So yeah, that is number 10. That is King Piccolo. And so coming in at number 9, we have Marvel Legends Mini Comic Wave Beast. I love that figure. I love that Beast figure. I don't know what it was. I had a review ready to go, and I just didn't do it. And now he's posed up, and now I'm definitely not going to do it, which is a shame. I will at some point. I just like the pose he's in right now. But yeah, this figure is great. Honestly, I love this figure. He's just so good. Beast isn't even one of my favorite X-Men. I just really love this figure. I don't know what it is. I love the design of this figure. I love the more lion-like face he has. It just looks so good to me. I just really love the look of this figure. I know it's based on the Astonishing X-Men comics. It's a great design, man. I love it. I genuinely do. And just the size of the figure, I feel like you're getting a lot. And he's he's a regular priced Hasbro 6-inch figure. He's only that $41 price tag in Canada. At least where I live, he's $41. So, I mean, it's a completely good deal to me. His accessories, he doesn't come with a ton, but he still comes with, alternate hands, the mini comic book, and an alternate head, which is more than I could say for Black Series. Actually, Black Series started trying lately. I feel like they heard that whole we don't have any accessories things and started upping their game. But that is besides the point. This thing is just a phenomenal figure. Could not recommend it enough. Anyway, on to number 8, which is SH Figuarts Orange Piccolo. Yes, Orange Piccolo. Orange Piccolo it's Piccolo. I love this thing so goddamn much. Him and Beast Gohan. Beast Gohan is on the list. Don't worry, he's just a little higher up. But, man, I love them. They're just such a good duo. Were they worth the price tag? That is the grand question. The answer to that is probably not, but I still love them anyway. They're super good. They're just amazing figures, genuinely. And, I mean, it rounds out the superhero line. The superhero SH Figuarts line is really good, in my opinion, especially those original figures that weren't like the Vegeta. Vegeta was a semi-original one. The Goku, I know, really wasn't. There was a little bit, but, there's a couple figures in there that weren't wholly original, but, man, what a good lineup the superhero line is. And Orange Piccolo, he's just great, and it gives Piccolo his super good form, his super strong form, which is what I want as a Piccolo fan. And it's my favorite color, which is orange, which is completely ironic. Yeah, it's just a great figure. All in all, big, beefy figure. It's a great time. And honestly, I hope someday they get a re-release for a cheaper price than what they go for now, because everyone deserves to have them. Anyway, on to number 7, which is SH Figuarts Hinata. Yes, SH Figuarts Hinata. This was the Naruto figure of the year for me. I loved that Hinata figure. It was just such a good figure, man. It did everything right. It looked good. It had every accessory it really needed to come with. They nailed it. They genuinely nailed it. It is the best Naruto figure I got this year. And I got a good chunk this year. I actually got a pretty good bit of Naruto figures, because I got Tsunade, I got Hinata, Shikamaru, Obito, and Pain. I got a pretty good chunk of that line this year that came out and as of late. And Hinata is just far and away. She clears even all of the other ones, if I'm being honest here, from last year. Like, she blows the majority of them out of the water, I think. I mean, I'd say I still like Sasuke and Kakashi. Maybe, now I'm thinking about it, Hinata might genuinely be my favorite of the Naruto line, which is really weird to say out loud, but it's definitely her. I think it actually is her. She genuinely is just that fun of a figure, if I'm being honest. She is a great figure, and again, could not recommend her enough. Honestly, phenomenal figure. It's really only Dragon Ball that gets screwed in the accessories thing I mentioned earlier. It really is. All the other lines are perfectly well and good for some reason. But Dragon Ball, they don't get effect parts or anything like that. It's a shame. And coming in at number 6, I don't know if this is cheating, is Age of the Prime Superion. Yeah, I loved this thing. From the second I put it together, I loved this thing. Silverbolt was the last one I got, so that made it all the better. I didn't have the big skeleton beforehand. I had all of the little guys first, and then got Silverbolt. And man, oh man, is it just so good. Again, it was same vein as the Magnus, where it's like, I liked the old one, but goddamn, does this one blow it out of the water? Like, it just blows it out of the water. As much as I prefer how the other one combines, that is the truth. I think a lot of people prefer how the old one combines. This one just looks 10 times better. It really does. It's not nearly as flimsy. It feels like it's meant to be an action figure, a whole action figure. Unlike the other one where the combining thing kind of seemed secondary, this is completely, like, regular. This is a regular figure. It is a great time, and it's one I can recommend. And honestly, kind of excited for Bruticus, but at the same time, yeah, the lag kind of looked a little janky on that thing, if I'm being honest. But yeah, this thing is just a phenomenal figure. It is a great figure, and if you're into Transformers, if you're getting one combiner as of right now, this is the one. Go get it. He's really easy to obtain. It's actually shocking. I thought he was going to be much harder. Devastator's not even that hard to get right now. And I'm going to say, I've seen a lot of, I don't own Devastator, but I've seen a lot, and I think this guy's better, genuinely, if I'm being honest. But that is number 6, which is Superion. On to the top 5. And for number 5, we have SH Figuarts Beast Gohan. Yes, I know we were just talking about him. Yeah, he was a little higher up the list than Piccolo. Initially, I had him behind Piccolo. Then I kind of thought about it, and I was like, yeah, Beast Gohan's kind of better. He's a better body mold. He has way better accessories. He is just a phenomenal figure. And again, it's a shame that not everybody gets to experience him. Yes, they re-released him this year. Again, as an exclusive, though. That kind of defeats the purpose. Yes, they re-released him, but it was missing a lot of the accessories. Yes, it gave him the aura effect, but genuinely, I think this one, the initial release, the P-Bandai version, is better. It just is. It genuinely, in my opinion, the special beam cannon effect is great. There's not really much to say wrong with the figure. It is one of the better SH Figuarts molds, with it being the superhero Gohan. It is just a great figure in general. Again, it's not like it's a wholly new figure. It kind of is, actually. A lot of it is new sculpt, but similar sculpt to the Gohan. And yeah, it's just a great figure, and not really much more to say. Not really any issues with it, other than, of course, it's unobtainable for the most part, unless you want to pay crazy money like I did. I paid way too much money for the two of those together. Yeah, but that is it for Beast Gohan. And coming in at number 4, we have the Real Grade Gundam Epion. What a Gundam. This is my favorite Gundam in general, just design-wise, everything. I love Epion's design. It is just great. And obviously we have Wing Zero here as well, fighting it, which is another great Gundam. Like, really good. Both of these guys, extraordinarily good, if I'm being honest with you. Couldn't recommend either of them enough. But I am putting Epion higher, because I had a lot more fun with Epion, and Epion also has the bias of being my favorite Gundam. Everything about this guy's awesome. He was the, introductory type thing. Yes, I did a lot of the Witch from Mercury kits before I had Real Grade, but I think the real start of the Gundam kick was Epion here. He pretty much cemented me being a fan of Real Grade, and that's mostly what I've stuck with. As you've seen, I only had Real Grades on this list because that's the majority of what I own. I own one Master Grade kit, and I think I own like 10 High Grade kits, but they're fun, but they're not as good as these. These guys are super involved to build. They're super awesome to build. I love the whole thing that they have the inner frame. I just love Real Grade in general. And Epion is a great kit. Like, he just is. He has the whole transformation to the dragon mode. The wings look sick. I couldn't put them out any further on the shelf because he takes up too much space. Same thing goes with this guy. Yeah, it's a great kit. I love it. Both of these are on. Honestly, he could be up here this high too. He is a really good kit. The only thing he has is his antenna broke, which is a shame. But that is it. So on to the top 3. And for number 3, we have the Marvel Legends Maximum Series Deadpool. Yeah, I know he's a little hard to see, but I didn't want to take him out of the display pose, unfortunately, because, it wasn't that hard to get here. Just a little tedious. But yeah, I have him displayed with Cable and Domino. But yeah, Maximum Deadpool was a great time. I don't own the other two. I've heard Hulk is pretty rough. I've heard Spider-Man is pretty great, though, other than people don't... I heard a lot of things about him in the beginning, people hating him, but then I was watching a lot of the year-end lists, and he was, like, really up there. He was actually stupid high up on a lot of those lists after all the complaining I heard about that guy. But Deadpool's just great. The accessories he comes with is phenomenal. He has a bunch of guns, a bunch of blast effects. One of the few complaints I have is that his swords are really short, like really short. I'm just going to turn it around here so you can kind of see. Yes, he's floating, I know. But the swords are really short. I don't know why. He comes with a good amount of accessories, though. Knives, guns, you name it. The only other complaint I have, I think, is that his pistols don't have, like, the barrel, so you can't put the effect on it, which is a little dumb. If I'm being honest, it's a little dumb. I don't know why they did that. But other than that, yeah, this guy's great. These two are pretty... Cable's really good. I mean, this guy's great. Domino's, meh. But Cable, also really, really good. Really good figure. But, yeah, Deadpool, also ironic because he came out in Marvel Rivals today. This is weird. That's just good timing. But that's about it. On to number 2. This one I think some people might have seen coming. Number 2 is the Transformers Studio Series 86 Megatron. Or people have been calling it Devastation Megatron because it doesn't turn into a gun. Listen, I get the gun thing. I do. I remember when I uploaded this, somebody in the comments like, oh, you don't like the guns? Like, no, I just don't really like inanimate object alt forms, which I still stand by that fact. I'm not a fan of inanimate object alt forms for Transformers. I'm more of a fan if they turn into vehicles, and I like the fact that Megatron's a tank now, because it makes sense. He's a gun. Why does he turn into a gun, and he gives it to Starscream, of all people, of all Cybertronian people? You're gonna give it to Starscream, the guy who wants to kill him. What's going on there, guys? But no, this figure is just great. It honestly is. It's such a good time. The only complaint with this guy is the fusion cannon. It's just like they just had to move it down. That's it. Like, this is in the wrong spot. This block should be up here, and that's it. That's the only complaint, really, that I have with it. It's perfect otherwise. Everything about it's great. Genuinely. And yes, I know it's starting to kind of kick off their whole style switch up for 86, but it's fine. I'm good with it. I like the more flat matte look it has going. While it does make the other ones a little more dated now, it still looks good. It's a perfect Chug G1 Megatron, and that's really all it had to be. Anyway, on to the number 1 position. Number 1 is a figure I didn't review. Can you believe that? Can you believe it? Number 1 is the SH Figuarts Legendary Super Saiyan Goku. What a figure. Again, got him from that guy who was selling all of his collection off on eBay for a good deal. And I heard so much hype about this figure. So much hype about it. It lived up to it. Everything about this thing is phenomenal. The sculpting on this figure is great. The accessories are great. Everything about this guy is great. They then re-released it and made it significantly worse by including none of the good accessories. Why did they do that? I know it was a cheaper price point, but this is just so much better. It's such a good figure. I need to get its companion piece, which is the Frieza. Someday, I'll get it. It's expensive now, like really expensive. I should have got it when I had the chance for cheap, but my bad. Yeah, this guy is just phenomenal, though. I love it. Just everything about it. Like I said, the sculpt work. Just the fact that they have all of, like, the little, like, marks on them. Like, if you look at the detailing, like, you can see it on the back, and you can see it on the arms and everything. All the, like, little scratches. And then you got, like, the way they did the torn-up pants and everything looks phenomenal. Like, it's just a great-looking figure. There's nothing more to say other than this thing is definitively my favorite figure I got this year, even though he's stuck on a shelf in a really odd place. He just doesn't have his companion piece. That's what it is. He doesn't have the Frieza. I need to get it for him. I will at some point. I mean, technically, they're releasing a new Frieza, so he'll be getting it sooner rather than later. But that concludes that, so let's get into the closing thoughts. And so we put the top 3 in frame for the finale of the video. Yes, this is the end of the top 25 of 2025. Long video, I know. I don't know if anyone even stuck around. They probably didn't. But that's besides the point. It was a meh year from me, honestly, on YouTube. I lost a lot of my passion for it. I don't have as much time anymore for it. I still like doing it when I do it. It's fun to do. I did enjoy making this video because I had to do a lot of running around, getting the figures in here. I know I didn't do it for all of them, but that's because some of them are a lot harder to get out of places than others. That's kind of the issue. Most of these three actually were really easy to get to, weirdly enough. Like, they're really accessible figures in the collection. But, yeah, again, it comes down to how much fun I had messing with the figures. And really, I messed with this guy a lot. I messed with that Deadpool a ton. I messed with this Megatron a ton. That's what it always comes down to, is how much fun did I have playing around with the figure. That's why King Piccolo made it on the list, because I feel like for most people, he wouldn't make that list. I enjoyed that figure a lot. I know he only made it to 10, but still, he made it on the list at all, which is an accomplishment, considering he's not, like, the craziest figure ever. But, yeah, these guys are all great figures. Couldn't recommend them enough. If you can get your hands on them, I mean, definitely do, especially if you're interested. He's great. I was going to get him anyway. I've always been a fan of Deadpool, so I was going to get him anyway. He's just a Marvel legend I was going to get. The problem ended up being that I got the Wolverine and Storm, then I got Domino, then I got him, and then it just spiraled from there, and then I got Cable. So I got these three, which makes sense. So, but yeah, honestly, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did stick around, I highly doubt it's a long video. You might have just skipped through it if you did. But that is it for this. Have a great new year, kind of. It's a bit late. It's like 15 days late, but what are you going to do? Anyway, that is all. Thanks for watching.